I got tired of buying toast bread in stores because the list of ingredients is so long and I cannot pronounce most of them. The bread I chose to buy was very low in calories, which is very hard to beat. And I needed to find a recipe for a higher protein bread that is not too high in calories. I found something I can work with on an exercise for cheat meals channel. I made some changes and skipped some ingredients. Go ahead and check out the original recipe. I included a link below. We are going to need 405 grams of water, that's 14 and a half ounces, plus 45 extra grams for yeast starting. You can also use milk. The bread will be much fluffier. More calories though. I lately started using half milk and half water mix, which works great. Heat the water up to about 105 Fahrenheit or so. Yeast likes the warmth. I'm going to use a bread flour. You can also use all-purpose flour and high gluten, high protein flour, which is going to add tons of protein to our bread. It is important to weigh your ingredients. Measuring with cups will vary too much and may change the texture of your bread. I have here 330 grams of bread flour and 165 grams of this vital wheat gluten flour. I'm going to include a link below in the description if you're interested in the pricing and where you can buy. It is a very powdery flour and when wet, very, very sticky. To that, I'm going to add 10 grams of salt. I'm using sea salt. Mix well, making sure both flours are well combined. The vital wheat gluten is very sticky and you want to avoid any clumps in the bread. And they will form if the flours are not mixed together very well. Add water. 25 grams of white vinegar. Supposedly, it makes the dough plump. You won't taste it or smell it in the final product, so don't worry about it. And now form a nice sticky ball. You can also use your hands. Cover it up and set aside. In the meantime, I have here the 45 grams of water left. I'm going to add 15 grams of active dry yeast. That's about 3 teaspoons. Mix well and set aside for 15 minutes. Now it is time to add the yeast to the dough. And this is the most laborious part. It takes about 3-4 minutes to do it right. And it is a little bit on a tough side, I have to agree. I haven't tried to do it with a mixer. That's probably coming up next. I've been experimenting with this recipe over and over again, changing ingredients and doing little things different here and there. And you want to keep on squeezing the dough to the max. You will feel how the dough becomes softer. As you can see, the dough is not that sticky. Cover it up and let it rise for 30 minutes. And before you handle the dough, after the first rise, wet your hands before handling it. It is very important. It will help tremendously with the dough not sticking to your hands. Now, keep on stretching the dough like so until it gets impossible to stretch anymore. At that time, just form a ball and cover it again for another 30 minutes. And I am going to repeat the process one more time. Look how silky and smooth it is this time, and less sticky. But do not forget to wet your hands before handling the dough. Keep on stretching like before and form a nice smooth ball. The dough really becomes smoother and smoother after each rise. Cover for another 30 minutes. And after the 30 minutes, I'm going to flour the surface. But I learned that making the surface wet along with your hands works even better. So you can try that. This amount of dough is good for 2 smaller loaves, which I prefer that way. I prefer smaller loaves so I can have only an ounce slice without making it too thin. So I need to divide the dough into 2 parts. Before rolling it, stretch it well by letting it hang like so. Start folding it, trying to pop all the bubbles. The bubbles will become holes in your bread, and we don't want that. These videos that I share with you here are just a small part of a successful weight loss journey. I wasted decades of my life trying to figure out what works. But with proper knowledge right from the start, you can save lots of time. If you need personalized help to kickstart your weight loss journey, you must check out Blue Jay RX. Their 90-day program is so easy to understand and focuses on whole foods, nutrition, and personal coaching. With a focus on whole foods, nutrition, and personal coaching, I absolutely align with their approach to health and weight loss. They have great coaches and you can talk to them one-on-one before you even get started. Go to bluejrx.com and schedule your free consultation today. Their appointment scheduling tool is super convenient and easy to use. And if you tell your coach that I sent you, you'll get 20% off their entire program. Again, that's bluejrx.com. I added a link in description. Please check it out. I prepared 2 loaves and lined them with parchment paper. Do the same thing with the second dough. And now they are ready for the last rise. Cover them so they don't dry out. 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they are ready to go to a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 35 minutes, depending on your oven. And here it is, the final product. Smells amazing. I like to remove the bread right away from the pan so it doesn't sweat. Take the parchment paper off and lay them down on this rack to cool completely. I usually freeze one loaf and then eat the second one right away. And this is how it looks inside. Good enough for me. Much better than the store-bought option. Both loaves weigh about 30 ounces, so 1 ounce has about 60 calories and 6 grams of protein. For an easier recipe for bread, check out this video next, and that's exactly where I'm gonna see you next.